My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah,
All right, good evening, folks. We're here tonight by Kings of Motorsports, Crooked Line Racing, Super Late Models here, and these guys are at Langley here tonight. Real short track. Most of the tracks they run out pretty short, but this one's like a bull ring style short track, and going to probably be interesting due to the fact of there's not going to be a lot of passing, I don't think, and it's going to be very hard to pass here tonight. So, I'll have to see how these guys kind of fare. Alex had to step away from this. He had a call to duty from the missus. Go and eradicate an 8-legged thing. There you go. Bring it up here. That. Probably come back and say, well, I couldn't find it. Be running around the house all night long. Ace Pierce, man, on pole. Remember last week, though, Chris Carroll was the man who won, so he has to start in the back. The good news, well, it is good news. Good news is only got 15 cars. Bad news is he's starting in the back. So, the bad good news is there's in the back of 15 cars. Coffee's up there. We'll see if Kelly jumps into the chat here in a few. Wait a minute. Oh. Looks back. I said that you had to, you were called to duty from the missus to eradicate an 8-legged creature.
Ah, yes I was, and I set it on fire.
If Alex don't come back, that means he burnt the house down.
It was in the shower, and the shower was on at the time, so...
She couldn't hose it with the water?
No! Yeah. That's what I'll say.
You know how to hit that mud with a shower head.
Said I gotta throw away the loofahs just in case it laid eggs in it. But it's dead.
Brought out some can of Raid. Hey!
No, that's what I got a lighter for. Watch that baby burn. Smells good.
Uh-huh. Burn the house down too, though.
No. None of that. I'm a trained professional.
Oh, okay. Trained. He is a trained professional pyromaniac, folks. There you go. You heard it first here.
Self-proclaimed.
A dog agrees.
Yes. All we want.
All right. Well, I was saying we're here at Langley. Chris Carroll, Chase Pierce out front. Chris Carroll won last week, so it's starting in the back. Good news, bad news is, good news is only 15 cars. Bad news, he starts in the back of 15 cars. And this place is very tough to pass.
Right, this is Langley Speedway.
Yes, it is. almost like a bull ring style place here. Really, real short track.
Looks like it's 0.395 miles, so a little bit smaller than a half mile.
That's pretty short as far as when it comes to short. So the outside lane probably is going to be useless here. I want to say bump and run is going to have to be your friend. Eventually.
I think it could come in, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Caution.
Red Carpenter. Up here. Green machine right there. Let's see if you had some help or you hit the wall or what. Pretty smooth so far. Which a lot of these guys were having problems coming off the turn and just kind of looping them around too. You know, a little brake bias issue. And kind of looks like what it is. Just went in a little too hard. Maybe got heavy on the binders and that rear end just came out from under. Kind of a product of short track racing too there, Alex. You know, you overdrive the turn or coming out of the turn, you get on that throttle too soon and step that rear end out.
Right, could definitely come back to bite you, kind of like you were just saying. But this track's pretty flat. I think it only said 6-degree banking here in the turns from my little research there for a couple minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't look very, I mean, it's... So that makes it even more treacherous.
To make sure you got all your wits about you when you're coming out of the turn. I think 125 laps here tonight's going to go by rather fast, Joe.
Yes. I think it will. I think we're fine. Now, cautions will be the only thing that slows it up. Now, remember Chase Pierce the other week? Excuse me, started on pole, led every lap, and won. It was actually his first win in late models on Crooked Lap. Do we see that again? I mean, he's in the perfect position to do it. Because we go back to, you know, obviously we'll talk about Chris Carroll coming to the field, but this place is just so hard to pass that you don't want to give that lead up.
No, I don't think anybody wants. Like you said earlier, with how difficult it can be to pass here, that preferred line is just going to take you home.
Absolutely. Now, get that advantage of the leader. So, these cars in, green flag, see him get that jump, and Pittman's going to get caught on the outside. And that's not where he wants you to see Coffee, man, slinging it in there. Think better of it, or he almost went to the back end of, was it Raymond?
Yeah, Raymond, he's got Zimmerman right there on his inside, too.
Absolutely. Oh, he's going to try to crisscross here, try to see if he can't take Zimmerman. Not going to be able to. Got Bell behind him, Marr. New machine out there, and Horror, Brian Haru. I don't know how to say his last name.
Why,
O-R?
Hey, Joe, why don't you trust a guy named Chris?
What do you mean?
Why don't you trust a guy named Chris?
I don't know why.
Because Chris crossed applesauce.
What the heck's that got to do with anything?
I mean, you said crisscross and made me think of that.
Oh, okay. I never heard that.
I just came up with it.
Scotty Stevens working over, and then Carroll's already up to 10th. So, yeah, I say it's hard to pass, but then again, this guy kind of proves us wrong week in and week out and somehow makes passes. So, we'll see how he fares against these two in the front here. Patience is the biggest thing. You know, he doesn't, well, that's one way of getting it done. And the guy in front of you just make a mistake.
That'll do it.
Absolutely. Looked like Steve Sexton just got scared, man, that he was behind him. Patience, he doesn't have to get it all at one time. Man, obviously, we got 125 laps here. It's only lap 14, so good battle here in front, Marr and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's already up to 9th. Caution out, Steve Sexton. Go back and see what happened to him. Not by himself. Pretty bad when you wreck by yourself.
It definitely could be.
Yeah, because then you kind of can't blame nobody else, but I just lost talent.
Ooh.
And
I don't know if I would.
yeah. The wall just got out there.
What's it doing that for?
Well, we can get a caution for that. But we can't get a caution for a car spinning upside down, flipping down the front stretch, or back stretch, and stopping on the middle of the track. Flagman's goes, oh, we don't need no caution for that one. He's dead anyways.
I mean, the turns do have lights this time, Joe.
They do. We're a little bit lit up. This one last week, couldn't see a thing. Lots of night goggles. On the way. But like I said, this week, you can see something. A little shorter track, too.
Just a little bit.
Ace Pierce out front. Top hat comics machine. Wrong.
The local
Dominated it a couple weeks ago. Remember that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Who's doing it? With it.
He definitely likes these cautions.
Yeah, slow the pace down. Don't have to really worry about much of, tires worn out. Fuel shouldn't be too much of a factor here. I mean, obviously, with him being in the lead, no, he is not coming in the pit side. Unless he absolutely, positively has to come in the pits.
Nah, he should stay out there.
Oh, yeah. Pittman right behind him. Now, Pittman's the one that's probably going out like these restarts, because every time he gets a restart, he's on the outside and takes that chance of him not being able to get back to the inside. It's the likelihood of him, he's not going to pass Pierce. But then he's got to deal with Raymond back there, Coffee and Company. So he's probably the one, him, Zimmerman back there probably going, well, we don't like him. We're on the outside.
No, now Coffee's there on the inside. Zimmerman outside, row 2 right there.
Yeah. And that's where most of your action is going to be at, right there as soon as they take off. Because Pierce is going to get going. And it all depends on what Raymond does. If he gets on the inside there of Pittman, catches him up high along with Zimmerman. Yeah. These cars in. Flag green. You just see that advantage of the inside car gets with the leader. Now Pittman's going to try to fight back on the outside, but it's just not there. Barely snuck in line there with the Coffee.
Yeah, that's treacherous. He swings a little wide right there. You see Coffee's able to get on his inside.
Yeah, right there was bad. He overdrove that turn, and there it put him right back on the outside, and here comes Zimmerman. So unless he can get back down, and he's going to try, but every time he drives it in hard, the problem with this track, man, and you know this, is the car pushes up the track. Well, lets that guy on the inside get that move. Now he's able to get back in there between him and Danner. I might have felt sorry for him, let him in a little bit.
He's a nice guy sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Carroll back here in 7th. He's just trying to pick them all one by one.
That's the best he can ask for, and getting what he can on the restarts.
And that's just sound strategy too. Yeah, you come from the back. First off, you want to stay out of trouble, but just sit there. He's not pushing the subject any, and he's just minding his own business. Gonna wait to see if Marr makes a mistake. We got plenty of time, and just like I said, just pick them off one by one. He looks faster, but yet, again, no need to rush. I mean, it's not like he's losing a lot of time to the leader.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't seem like he's running.
Pierce in the wall.
Oh no.
That's the leader. If he had help, because Raymond was there. But man, talk about a turn of events. Oh, shocker. He might have just messed up in the turn or overdrove the turn. Or, yep. Or got out under him and then just boom. Are you kidding? Wow. Oh, heartbreak.
That is bad news bears, Joe.
In line. Man, that's I think he had the car out here, so wow. Devastating.
Well, now coffee's gonna be probably on the outside,
Yes.
barring that Jason Raymond there picks it
Wow.
inside.
I mean, if I'm the leader, I'm always going to take that inside here. I mean, there's
No
no
ifs, ands, or
question.
buts.
Yeah, I mean, because even though you do have the advantage of the leader, there's always that slim possibility you could spin the tires. And if you do, that would keep Coffee right there beside him. You're going to turn one, and that would be gloom and doom for you. So I always want that advantage going in turn one of inside, no matter what. You're right. You're going to put Coffee on the outside. And again, that's just the leader really here is probably the only one, unless you're starting on the inside. Probably the only one who's really loving these cautions is if you're that second place guy or third place guy, you're sitting there like, this sucks, you know. Because each time you got to be on that outside.
Yeah, that'd be no fun.
Our leader, Chase Pierce, just overdriving the turn. Sideways, right into the wall. Pow!
Kapooey.
iRacing needs
Yabba-dabba
those
do.
little Batman signs up back in the day. And when they get in a fight, they'd have like a pow, bam.
Oh, like the text bubbles?
Yeah, you have to read a comic book.
I think I read maybe one.
Ah, okay. I like some comic. I mean, I got some old comic. Building. I got the hardback. Get too far off subject. Hardback cover. Full The Crow comic. Back when The Crow was movie came out. Made a hardback comic. See Coffee right there. That's what you fear being on the outside.
Just shuffling back a little bit, and everyone's gonna stack up right there.
Yeah. He's going to try to drive in hard. The problem with that is, and he's able to sneak in barely. And Carroll has to get heavy on the binders there too. You see a little battle going back here with Scott Stevenson and company. Got to check the field up when they checked up in front of them. But the problem with trying to do what he did was, I mean, he got away with it, but yet driving in hard, those cars will, they'll go up the track. And right here you see Pittman. Pittman was able to get down and see right there. I mean, everybody's had to check up because Pittman had no choice, or that car would have slid right back up the track again and hit those brakes. It heads up from Mar and Carroll.
Well,
Etler in the back here. This is a tricky track.
it's not the tricky triangle though. Don't get confused.
All right.
The yellow flag is out.
Ooh, got caught around. Scotty Steven. All right, so what happened again to him? Out here by himself again. And Scotty Steven, that's Steve Sexton. Oh, yeah, he just lost it. Great. Probably what we're going to see all night long is guys just going into the turn and just looping it around. Too much brake bias is what it looks like. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We're here tonight under the lights. Langley Speedway for the Five Kings Motorsports Crooked Line Racing. Super late models under caution here. The leader early on who was dominating, Chase Pierce. Now he's back up to 10th. He did not use his fast fix though. What's that damage there, Alex? This is a short track. Unless it hurt the motor or suspension or something. I don't think.
No, I don't think so. I think like you said, with how short this track is, I think it could definitely. I don't really see a big issue with him doing that and having that damage. Save his fast fix for a little later. Ah, there we go. I got my thing up on that monitor now.
Alright. Right up on your monitor.
Yeah, I figured it out.
There you go. Race cars in, going back green.
Yeah, that inside line just prevails. Looks like Pittman's able to get down there.
Yeah. That puts Zimmerman on the outside now. Like a seesaw battle when the restarts here. Mar gonna go probably give a little bump in the back. Happens here in these short tracks.
I do agree with you saying earlier that the bump and run will probably come into play tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I think it's kind of a have to type of thing. What's up, Kelly? Go Coffee, CNT, Sports Power. Curtis, yeah, Curtis not now. Coffee looking strong.
He doing good. Holding his own up towards the front.
All right, we got Raymond up front. You see Coffee moving in. Don't think too many people are going to be able to get away here. See what Coffee does on pushing the envelope. He's there.
He's close. He's just been kind of hanging out in that spot. And now he's pretty much locked it in up there. He's been doing a good job of not letting people get under him and being able to clear when he's up top. And now he's up here harassing Jason Raymond.
Yes, he is. Late model cars out here, so he's there. One little bobble by Raymond. And you see there, Raymond goes up just a little bit. He opens up that door on that inside. I hope he's going to run right through it. And this is kind of you. Raymond's sitting here probably mirror driving right now. And that's what Coffee wants him to do.
Now he's going to get scared.
All right. Keep up. Maybe Pittman might get up here. Zimmerman was able to get behind him. Marr there. And you can see Carroll kind of flatlined at 6th. Able to come all the way through the back to the front here at about 6, but it's just so hard to pass. Not been able to figure out a way to get up here. I mean, still got time. Got Brian back here, and then a little further back, Sexton, Carpenter, Bell, Stevens, and then Pierce, who was leading early. Here in 12s. Wow. Coffee right now, harassing the leader.
Doing what he's got to do.
And this is where I'm going to tell you what, Alex. This is where Alex has to be patient. And I know we've talked about that in the past. He knows he's there. He's got plenty of time. Still early for him to try to make an heroic move. But just sit back there and ride on the bumper of Raymond. Make Raymond make a mistake, overdrive a turn or something.
Yeah, I kind of think that's probably his best bet right now. Just kind of bide your time. And make the guy in front of you, like you said, just make a mistake. And then if it gets to the point where it's go time, maybe hit that bump and run like you said.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing. Like right there, that's more of a. If he would have done that move and see, there's your bump and run, or your bump at least. He didn't run with it, but see now he's got to be careful because he could wreck himself easily too, and he's going to bring Pittman into the picture. So be careful. But right there beforehand, you saw the little bit of opening, and basically what he did was peek his nose in there just to say, hey, Raymond, it up just a little bit more. Up the whole car in there. Still not in panic mode yet, though. We still got quite a bit to go.
Yeah,
I know the laps will wind off quick, but we got quite a bit to go.
Yeah, we're just at halfway.
Yes, the laps will go by quick. But, yeah, and it looks like Carroll was able to make it around Marr.
See if he can get his way up to his teammate Zimmerman right here.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how he handles getting around Zimmerman. As Coffee now a little bit off, but climb back up there. He's got to get his bearings back right. Went up there and said, okay. Bumped him a little bit, but don't want to wreck.
No, we don't want that.
He's killing. He about pushed his own envelope out the race there a minute ago. Definitely don't want to do that. Able to close back in, so he's got a fast car.
He does. He's slowly but surely chipping into that gap, and he's almost right back where he just was.
Oh, right there he had to chase it a little bit. But, and I've said this a couple times, when you're the leader out front, sometimes have a tendency to drive the car a little hard as opposed to ride behind someone because you've got a car to follow, so to speak, how much you can push the car. So when you're out front, you tend to maybe sometimes burn your tires up a little more than what you would maybe sitting behind someone. I'm not saying everybody, but a lot. So, not surprised that maybe Coffee's coming. Raymond's out front, pushing the car a little hard. You got Pittman coming up through here too, and Carroll's there. Can't get around Zimmerman, so. All right.
And we'll see how long he can be held off from the front.
Yeah. Little machines here around about 8th place spot. Danner falling back just a little bit. Carpenter right there is able to take Brian. Gonna bring
Good group
Sexton.
right here.
Yeah, Stevens. 10th place spot, little rub and paint right there. Good old famous 10th place spot. Talk about. Oh! Who's that in the wall?
The yellow flag is out.
Steve Sexton. And they're gonna throw a caution for that?
He's
Are you
stuck.
kidding? He's on pit road. He's off the track. iRacing is so weird. I mean, he's off the track. Look. He's nowhere near the track. Really? Flagman's drunk. And he should have known right there he's stuck, but able to get off of it. But no, pit road. Oh my lord. I'm telling you, these
I don't know.
I don't either. A lot of guys pitted. I mean, if you're in the back, might as well take a chance to pit. If you're out front, there ain't nowhere in the world I'm coming in and pitting.
Nah, I'd stay.
But now I don't know why Coffee came in and pitted. I will say that maybe that's a bad move. I'll say that's bad. Now Pierce is probably coming in to get some damage taken care of. Coffee out of the top runners there. You don't give up second place. I want to question that call.
I am not sure, Joe.
Yeah. Give up second place, and we've already seen how hard it is to pass. I mean, obviously it puts Carroll up to third, and he's sitting in the perfect spot. Now, this might be the only time I would go to the outside. If Carroll's going to be behind me, because then I would put Pittman down low, knowing that I'm the leader. Pray that I get that good jump and just get away, drop down, and that Carroll gets stuck on the outside. Just not where you want. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point, but not where you want Carroll. Because Pittman's not, you know, unless he does something crazy.
I don't know. I think he's sitting pretty where I think he's sitting right where he needs to be.
Yeah, but Carroll is sitting. Carroll's sitting like beautiful. Raymond, I don't think really thought the situation through. Again, I know earlier I mentioned don't always take the inside lane, but this here's a perfect example of a circumstance that might not. Now, see right there, Pittman wasn't able to get down in time, and well, behold, there you go. Not going to be able to do anything. I mean, yeah. One and done. Coffee up to 6. He's probably going to try to bulldoze his way to the front. Remember earlier I was like, he's got a lot of patience. They're doing pretty good. What are they doing back here in the back here? They're back here beating and banging on it. Reese Pearson coming.
They're hungry now, Joe.
Yeah, they're thinking that it's getting down toward the end, but really they still got a little bit of time to go. Not too bad. Yeah, see Coffee right now, and here's where Coffee can get himself in trouble. He thinks he's in panic mode, but he's not. He's still got time, and he's going to overdrive the car, and 9 times out of 10 it's going to get himself in trouble. He needs to relax, let those guys kind of simmer down in front of him, utilize those new tires that he's got, and pick them off one by one. Do it that way instead of trying to run through a bull in a china shop here and end up, breaking his own. See, like that right there. I mean, that's a perfect example. And the bad thing is, though, he wasn't able to get on the inside of Zimmerman. Zimmerman was able to hang on to the inside lane.
Right, I think just simmering down right now, kind of letting it play out. These guys got newer tires. We'll see them coming up because they're already coming up to the top 2, top 3 guys anyways. So just kind of take it easy and calm.
Well, and nobody's really running away. I mean, you don't see Raymond out there running away from the field. Carroll's right there. So, again, these guys are here. And you've seen Zimmerman now slip one time. So, as Coffee sits back there, you're like, okay, he slipped one time. I just wait, get close to him and wait till he does it again. Just make sure you get on the inside of him. That outside's just not going to work. Now, even with the good tires you saw right there, it just didn't work. Here's coming through the field here. Just his fast fix now.
Trying to make his way back up where he started.
Yeah, it just overdrove the car a little bit. Easy to do on a track like this. Going a little high, and he's leaving it open. He's kind of diming it off in a turn. And boy, I tell you what, Brian, he had to hang on to that machine. Wow. Coffee makes it around Carroll. Wow. Now, this is probably smart on Carroll's part, and I got to probably, let's go back here on this pass because, and you see right there, they got Pittman up high, and he was running with Zimmerman. But Carroll probably, and we know he's a calculated style driver, probably thinking, okay, he's newer tires, he's fast, he's one of those drivers that'll probably try to run me over. And then again, he got stuck up on the outside by teammate. But yeah, he's not going to sit there and fight him on the outside. He knows that there's just nothing he can do not outside. And you can see Coffee. Now, that's actually the first time I've seen somebody with new tires come through the field like this.
Pretty much this whole season too,
Yeah,
Joe.
yeah. I mean, in all the seasons, we've beat the horse into the ground. And Zimmerman, guys are getting restless up here. But we've talked about it. Tires really just they fall off so quick. But Alfie's making the most of them right now. Scotty Stevens is around again. That guy's having a bad night. He had some help. Like Bell, Brian got involved in it.
Ooh, boom, smoke, kapow.
Hard lick. Now, this is what Coffee probably don't want to see. He's going to be on that outside, and he's going, you gotta be kidding. Battled my way all the way up here, and then now, boom. Oh, yeah. Seen him race a few times. But now he's going to have to, I mean, it's 25 to go. I wouldn't get into panic mode until maybe it's about 15 or 10 to go. But he's still in the perfect spot. Here's where he does not want to make a mistake, because if he makes a mistake, it's time now of getting back up and word I'm looking for
Contesting.
Or regrouping from his mistake. Yeah, there we go. It's slim and none, because the laps will wind down. So at this point, he's already going to be behind on the 8 ball because he's going to be on the outside. Nothing he can do there. Try to get on that inside as fast as you can without wrecking yourself, obviously. And then from that point, you got to be patient, aggressive. If that makes any sense. Patiently aggressive. There we go. Yeah. So nobody's been able to get away from anyone tonight.
No one's been able to really step out.
I mean, Raymond's in the catbird seat. Zimmerman's going to be sitting pretty good. Now, Carroll's another one's going to be on that outside. He's probably not liking it. Pittman's going to be on that inside. Tanner's there. Got to watch out for Chase Pierce. He's coming up through the field too. He's there. Can't count him out either. But now for him, it's more of I don't want to say panic mode, but more of okay, I got a sense of urgency here. I got to go. I can't waste time because he's back in 7th. He's got a little further back than what Coffey's sitting at. Now, the only way I would say on Coffey's end is if he falls way back here on this outside. Can't get in the line. Let's say he falls back to maybe 5th or 6th. Then it's going to fall back into, okay, now I got a real urgency back to the front. But let's say he falls back to 3rd, 4th. He's still okay coming up through here. I think he's seen Zimmerman. They're on older tires. Raymond's on older tires. Zimmerman's on like 2 tires, but still older. So go back green, and tell you what, Coffey got. Oh! And he got, are you kidding? What a save! And then to the outside. Raymond tried to make it 3 wide. Zimmerman's there, and Coffey still. Raymond's driving the wheels off that thing, but there you go. That's a boom! Pittman says, get out the way. That was textbook bump and run. That's what I like seeing. Didn't wreck him. And look who's up to 2nd.
Chase Pierce.
Caution. But man, Alex, could you have ever dreamed of a start like that? That was a wild one.
I'm glad that I was quiet with all the extracurriculars you had going on over there.
Hank didn't know which way to go. I mean, every time I turned around, they were knocking each other's fenders off, But look at this. Pierce up front. Now, it's a good thing he's in 2nd. The bad thing is he's going to be on the outside. Maybe he'll do the strategy that Coffey did. Coffey had the right strategy on that restart. What do you think?
I think he just tried to make work what he could given his situation, I'll say. He knew he was on newer tires. I was kind of figuring that he would be able to hang up there a little bit better with Raymond, and then just tried to make it work. And it didn't work out exactly how we wanted, but still, it was exciting, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, and too here, if we break down on what happened on the restart, he was on the outside. There was a door open for him to get low. When he went low, obviously Raymond drove into that turn. Probably had to get on the binders a little bit. Coffey still had a head of steam. Bumped him in the back because you saw Coffey had to get on the binders there too. Stacked the whole field up. Good save by Raymond. I will give him credit. Probably save of the night. And then Pittman just out there says, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do my own bump and run. I'm listening to Joe. And he did a textbook bump and run. That's short track race. Alex, I'm going to say it again. To me, I got a feeling that's about the only way to pass here. Unless the guy makes a mistake in front of him.
Right. I mean, we saw those fresher tires for the first time, I think, in the entire time we've been doing this league together. But I think you hit it on the nail right there. And just, it's hard to pass here. And now that we're seeing everybody pretty much evened out, I mean, you got Chris Carroll and Christian Pittman right there in the 2nd row. They both have not pitted yet. So we'll see if they can hang up front with Zimmerman and Pierce up here. But I think Pierce is itching. He wants that spot back, and I think he wants to bring one home tonight.
Yeah, if just tuning in, what happened, Pierce actually was on pole, was out front leading, and he just overdrove a turn and hit the wall early in the race, and now he's been able to bat himself back up to the front. And Carroll, last week's winner started in the back. So both of those cars have had to come from the back to the front. Now, getting set to go back green. Let's see what kind of excitement on this restart. You see Zimmer almost spin the tires there. That's going to open up the door for Pierce. Is he going to be able to get on the inside? Yeah, that's not what Zimmerman wanted to see. Pierce been able to get down that quick as caution's out. Are you kidding?
That
Oh,
means a single file restart, Joe.
I think it does. If we're not, yeah, we might be. I don't know if they're using the dirt track rule and Metler sends Frank around there. Wall. So 910 laps to go. Not quite sure. I think we will be single file. If we do, then Pierce is loving it because, you know, he just worked his butt off to get down on the inside, and we've been talking about it all race long. If we don't, then he's probably sitting here going, you gotta be kidding me, guys, man, quit having cautions, you know. How many more times I can, you know, get down on that inside? Yeah, you know, right now Zimmerman, on the other hand, Alex, you know, he's out there thinking, phew, that's the bullet. You know?
He definitely did, and I think Zimmerman's kind of a he's kind of a quiet killer. He bides his time really well and just is super consistent, and he needs to bring one home this time too.
Yeah, it's been a while. Tanner, also back here, he's been able to move back up to fourth. Just to give you an idea just how hard it's track. I mean, Carroll has came up 11 positions from the back, but he's not been able to factor up front here once he's got here. It just goes to show you just how hard it is to pass at this track. I mean, you know, we talk about Carroll a lot, you know, we know he's up front, but yet it is tough. And then circumstances here for Pierce, but you know, don't count out. You still got Coffee back here, you still got Tanner, you still got Pittman and all, and I'm talking about a bunch of the other ones up here, but they don't go single file. Over here in a few. Whether they still on the pace car. If they go double file, Zimmerman's going, shoo, looks like they are.
Nice.
Ugh, yeah, and Pierce is probably thinking to myself, you gotta be kidding me. There I go. Gotta anticipate this restart again. Get back down the inside. Without wrecking. Pittman's going, I can't let Chase get. Maybe we are going to see him. Never mind. Boy.
Change it up. Race admins, fingers are flying right now. Single file.
Yeah, can't make up their mind. So, scratch what I said. Now Pierce is thinking to myself, boom, and Zimmerman's going, I got to get as far out front as I can. Please let the white flag fly. Pierce is there. Carroll's back and forth. Pittman's sitting there going, Coffey's falling back just a little bit. He's got, looks like Raymond now. Them two, remember, Raymond not going to forget that bump and run. Coffey's probably sweating right now. He better be drinking a lot of coffee.
Now he's mirror driving.
Yes, there you go. He's mirror driving. Yeah, that's a good one there. He'll be drinking a lot of coffee because he got Raymond back there. If he gets to that bumper, he's done. Zimmerman's holding off Pierce a little bit here as you see Pittman. But now it's closing in on Chase. That's what Carroll wants to see. Carroll's probably going to sit back here. He won't see those two guys battle in front and make a mistake, and he can get up there maybe second or third. I don't think Carroll's got enough to win the race, but good podium.
Right, he's just looking for a little dust up in front of him.
Mm-hmm. And right now it looks like Zimmerman's got it locked down up front. I mean, biggest lead we've seen anybody. He's driving that car.
He wants it bad, man. I know he does.
Been a while since he's won, like you said. Looking there. Pierce behind him. Pierce would love to get his second win, but nonetheless, been able to battle back. He's out front. Thought his race probably was just totally over with. Up here in contention. He's got Pittman behind him. And white flag one more time. We're going to see what Pittman does right here. Is he going to close it in and maybe try to push this on? Because unless Zimmerman messes up, He's won this race, and don't think Pittman's close enough. That man, Brian Zimmerman's going to win it here tonight. What a good run.
I still can't get over that restart. That was gnarly, man.
That was great. That was great. Loved it, man. Loved it. All right, well, let's bring up third place man, Christian Pittman. Let's get to work.
Christian Pittman, it's Alex up the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, yes.
Heck yeah, man. So starting second place tonight. Coming through the race. How are you feeling after that race, man?
Pretty good. I honestly was not looking forward to Langley. Not a super fan of the track, but to be able to run up front, stay up front all night was pretty good. Feel bad for my teammate Jason. Thought he was going to get him one there, and Coffee got him. So a little bit of hard racing, but we'll take third. We haven't had the best start of the season, but this is the midway point of the season, so hopefully that's what's to come later on this season.
Right, man. And still, you didn't pit at all tonight. You got those guys kind of trying to fly through on those fresher set of tires. Were you kind of thinking that you'd be able to hang up there with them after they got past you, or did you think you were going to be able to hold them off, or kind of where was your mindset when all that went down?
Honestly, my mindset when Coffee and Zimmerman and those guys got by me was they were beating and banging. I know you guys saw it. They were knocking each other around. I was honestly thinking to myself, they're going to keep tearing stuff up. I'm just going to ride here, hold down fourth or fifth, and if a caution comes out or a wreck happens, we'll capitalize on it. I don't think we had winning pace, but we had a top 5 car, so to bring it home third, it was nice. I wish I would have taken tires because maybe I would have had a shot at Brian, but we'll take it.
Right, man. Like you said, those guys with those fresher tires and kind of seeing if it would work out. I still think it worked out pretty good, especially with that wicked restart with, 20, 25 laps to go, man? Gosh, that was gnarly for us. How's that looking from your windshield out at those guys?
Well, when I first saw my teammate get shipped, I was like, uh-oh, that's not good. And then, heck, we were 3 wide down into 3 and came back off of 4, and Coffee was outside, and I was like, well, get into my teammate, I'm going to have to give you a little bumper. So I gave him the bumper and moved him up the track, and after that, we kind of just stayed in third, but it was a crazy restart. I thought we were all going to go down into turn 3 and just wipe the whole field out.
Well, good thing you didn't. Still kept us on our toes, though. I know Joe was over there hooting and hollering the whole time it was going on. So anybody want to give a shout out to or thank for this awesome, exciting race here tonight?
Absolutely. I'd like to thank my grandparents, as always, my dad and my girlfriend, Five Kings Motorsports, McConey Setup Shop, the Butt Kicker, Crooked Line Racing, Tanner and Josh, everything they do for this league. It's really enjoyable. Of course, you guys for doing the broadcast and just everybody that helps out.
Heck yeah, man. Well, congratulations. Your third place finish tonight, bringing her home on the podium. Exciting race, man. We look forward to next week.
10-4.
There you go, Christian Pittman, like you said, bringing home in third. Well, this guy, Chase Pierce, battled back, got up to second. Word with him.
Chase, Alex up at the booth, you got me?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. So starting on the pole, getting some unideal conditions, and then working your way back up to the front. How you feel after that race tonight?
Feels good. We battled back up there after I ran out of talent there early on. Battled back up there in the end. Feels good.
So you kind of looked like you just overdrove it a little bit in that turn at the beginning. Is that what happened?
I mean, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, this thing it was loose. I mean, most of us, at least I was not even touching the brake. I was rolling into it. If I touched the brake, it'd go. It just snap, and even without it, it'd still be really loose.
So you pit, and you got those new tires with some of those other guys, and now you're coming up, working your way back up towards the front, and all this wicked restart stuff happens. What's your mindset while all this is transpiring around you?
Just be aggressive and don't get wrecked, pretty much. As long as we can be on the good side of it. We'll make through and gain some spots, and that's what we did.
Definitely making it work. Coming home, second place. Anybody you want to give a shout out to or thank for this awesome race here tonight, man?
Yeah, my parents, Fanatec, Thrustmaster, Top Hat Comics, Stick Shift for Sim Racing, Mining Store, Mark Kedeman Performance, iRacing for the great sim, you guys for the great broadcast, and Crooked Line for the great league.
Heck yeah, man. Well, congratulations again. Overcoming that adversity at the beginning, getting sent all the way to the back, and then working your way back up, bringing her home second place.
Yo, Chase Pierce bringing it home second. But this guy here tonight, though, he brought it home. Brian, you in the booth? Got a copy?
I got you, bud. How you doing tonight?
Pretty good. Well, I'll tell you what, you got to take us through on that, not the last restart, the one there before. It was chaotic.
Yes.
On that one. What was going through your mind on that start?
Find a hole and shoot for it. Yeah, that's about all there was to that one. Yeah, when we got that restart, Coffee got in the back of Raymond a little bit, or I don't know if what happened if Raymond lit up just a little bit faster than Coffee thought, but they made some contact there, and I shot to the inside just because that was where the hole was, and yeah, it worked out, but. It was a fun race, great setup. Whoever worked on that setup did a great job because it was good. But moving the race, usually it's not taking tires. Tonight was coming in, getting tires, and getting a little fuel so you wouldn't be so tight. So I think that was what won me that race was coming down pit road with 50 to go, getting tires, getting some fuel to balance it out, and car was handling best right there at the end. My fastest lap was lap 121 of the race, so. It was a great setup and a lot of fun tonight.
You know, and it's interesting you say that because normally we talk about the tire issue, and you're right. The tires usually doesn't matter, and drivers are always like, well, yeah, they do, but showing on the track, they don't. Tonight, actually, it did because saw Coffee come through the field, Chase come through the field, and like you said, you took them and able to hold off there. But a lot of guys were saying that this thing was loose on a setup. You're saying it was kind of tight. I mean,
it
the first
was
one to
loose.
say it was a good setup. You're the first one to say good setup.
Well, it was a loose setup, but after the fuel burned out of it, it got tight for me. So when I came down, I took some fuel, took some tires, and to balance it back out, and that really helped me there late in the race because, like I said, my fastest lap was lap 121. So 4 laps from the end was my fastest lap. Yeah, it was loose on cold tires, but once you got some heat in them, it was good. It was a good setup. I kind of like a little bit of a loose setup, but yeah, it worked out well tonight. You know, with Coffee and Raymond getting together, capitalizing on that. I hate that Raymond run a good race. He was fast all night. I hate that he lost those spots with the contact, but you know, that's going to happen on these short tracks. I'd made contact with Coffee earlier and tried to let him gather it back up because I didn't want to pass him that way. We had been running pretty good, so it was easy to make contact with people. I hate that you know, we had to win it that way, but you know, you got to capitalize when those things happen.
Hey, bump and run. I've always said it. You know, the difference between wrecking a guy and bump and run. It definitely is one of these tracks where it came into play, but you're able to stay out front, get the win. You got anybody want to thank for an awesome victory tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank those guys I'm running with in the league, Pit Lizard Performance, Chris Carroll and Larry Bell. A lot of fun running with those guys, and those guys at Five Kings that throw on this, and Butt Kicker that sponsors their league and stuff. So I'd like to thank all y'all, and especially the guys up in the booth. I always enjoy hearing y'all. I'll listen to y'all probably later tonight. I got a little work to do. Got to get some guns packaged up for shipping tomorrow, so got to get a little work done tonight. Then tomorrow at work, I'll listen to it again probably. So we'll enjoy that, but we appreciate you guys.
There you go. Winner tonight, Brian Zimmerman bringing it home. What a wild one it was here at Langley. I'm going to tell you, wild start, wild finishes here, but it was a good race all in all, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, especially with that restart, man, that was just something else. I mean, it was super exciting to see on our side of things and bringing up these guys. I believe that might have been Zimmerman's first win of the season. I think he's been super consistent in the top 5, top 3,
Yeah.
and I think that might have been his first time up here in the winner's circle. But nevertheless, an exciting race. Definitely different seeing how the tires played out well for these guys. But I'm excited for Lucas Oil next week, man.
Absolutely. Well, for yourself and everyone, have a good night.